Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Berets, and today we are going to be talking about a new month for Brave Exvius. Not necessarily my most excited thing. That's not to be mean or anything, I'm just into playing different games lately. So yeah, and not to spoil anything for maybe a future talking point in a video, but a couple of videos that I do want to make is the 1 month with Neo Visions, as well as someone asked me to do a Garnet and Ico review from Final Fantasy IX, hence the music. And that is something that I intend to do in the future, but not this video because it's News Night. And speaking of News Night, it is a new month, which means a new Mog King, which means new units, and here you are. This is going to be our new banner, as well as new Neo Visions. Interesting, and just a shout out for Evil Laughter out there. No Lorraine yet. Too bad, bud. I'm sure she'll be sometime this month. But anyway, looking at our new banner, you're going to notice a brand new version of Akstar, a brand new version of, I'm really bad with her name, Shinchia Pet. Yeah, that's gotta be right. A 4-star with a whip who eventually is now getting a 5-star. But anyway, let's talk about this banner, as well as the fact that continuing on the downward trends of banners on JP side, it looks like we are once again going with the panel system, a system that I absolutely do not like. And this version doesn't look like I'm going to like it anyway. For doing an 11 poll, you get a ticket, and you get to, it does a pull on a panel-based summon. And these are things you can get. You get a Super Trust Moogle, or you could get a smaller amount of character shards. Either way, I don't like it, and ever since Cloud's banner at the beginning of last month, which at least doing 3 multis and getting a 4th one for free was something of a discount. Not a very good one, and not any kind of a step up. I have to say that the banners have been progressively getting worse on the JP side, just for that fact alone. But enough about that, let's talk about the characters. So first of all, a version of Akstar with Xeno Brave Shift. I feel like we've seen this already last month, though. To be a little critical, the fact that we got a I don't understand exactly necessarily what the decisions that are compelling Alum to pick characters and whatnot, but going with a new version of Cloud and then also giving Cloud a Neo Vision unit instead of some other character that could have probably used it. Here we now find last month getting a brand new version of Rain, and now, spoilers, giving a pause for people to skip that, another version of Rain, and it's just like, really? This is the game, huh? Okay. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about him. What is his TMR? Well, first of all, his TMR is going to be a 60% attack increase with increased damage to people and dragons. Given that it's 60%, I'm expecting it to be about a 25% killer, probably. Either way, seems pretty darn good, but Neo Visions aren't exactly the easiest to pull for everybody. So, and the Super TMR is a Katana, 182 attack with a ability of it, the Secret of Swordsmanship. Seems to be true dual hand on it. Okay, alright, seems like a pretty strong weapon, but again, considering the units and considering the way that Neo Visions are, again, talking point for another video, not overly excited about this. Normal state, his Limit Burst, damage all enemies called Deadly Sword, and in his Brave Shift, Polar Sword / Astral Cross damages one enemy twice and reduces ice resistance. So that screams to me that probably going to be a primarily ice-based damage character, which, you know, okay, he also has ice attacks. In his kit, he has increased his own damage done by ice abilities, as well as Limit Burst, and I do believe magic as well. So, yeah, I mean, probably, here's the thing. I'm getting a little tongue-tied. When it comes to Neovisions and DPS users, there's two I think that you really have to compete with. Because this is just essentially an attacker, and really, is he going to be better than Cloud, first of all? Second question, is he going to be better than Tifa? He's not. Probably not a big deal for anybody who does not want him. There's also a new Neovision card, which is Chibi Laswell and Chibi Akstar fighting under a tree. Very cute. 40 attack for level 1, 100 attack for level 10, and an ability release. I'm assuming it has something to do with katanas, because of course it does. Looking at our new 5 to 7 star, TMR is a 10% MP, whip equipped, 60% attack increase, which is nice for whip users, but other than Quistis and potentially her and Ego, not overly excited about this unit. And also, to just say this right now, this has been a quick talking point, is that new 5 stars to 7 stars seem to have unique abilities that end up being particularly good, maybe in Dark Visions if you wanted to bring them along as an extra support character. But they fall incredibly behind in terms of Neovisions, in terms of DPS output, so I'm not putting her in a category of wow. Probably going to be more of a category of meh. Super TMR are those Butler pumps. You know, Butler's got to be wearing those. 55 attack, 24 defense on an accessory with 20% MP increase and attack by 50%. So just, I guess, TMR. I probably am going to think most new 5-star base units on these banners with Neovisions are kind of just edging their way towards TMR fodder at this point, or super TMR fodder at this point, which is kind of sad. But anyway, continuing on, we're also going to get some Neovision upgrades. First of all, Laswell, which, while interesting that Laswell is getting a Neovision upgrade, I'm sure that there are plenty of people who have him out there. I am expecting, when the rain finally dries up, that Laswell is probably going to be the next story unit to get a pure Neovision with a new CG. Pretty safe bet, I feel like. So I'm not overly eager about potentially investing a mass amount into this character, but again, I think it's going to be really up to you guys whether or not you want to go for it or not. Yeah, same TMR, same super TMR. Brave Shift looks to have attack status dependent on physical damage to one enemy. Increase your limit burst. The Brave Shift limit burst. End of the Yuka. Attack status dependent on ice damage physical to one enemy. So potentially a finisher limit burst based on ice. So even though they... I'm not going to think about it too much because blah. But yeah, looks like focus on ice is a big part of most of the Neovisions this month. Except for Eileen. And I gotta say, good for Eileen. I'm really happy that she's actually going to get a Neovision because Eileen's kind of one of the core original Brave Exvius characters. I even kind of pretty like her in War of the Visions, even if she isn't one of the overperformers. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to see that. Looking at her ability, looks like earth damage to one enemy. Gets a increase attack and magic power of all allies and adds the effect of increasing damage to mechanical systems, or machines in this case, physical and magical, so she can potentially give Machine Killer to the party, as well as an attack and magic boost, so that would be interesting because obviously some support. Also, Mantle Driver, fixed damage to Earth Element, increases damage to Limit Burst. There's some interesting stuff in here. Either way, 3 Neovisions, probably going to be the most interested in Eileen. And really, until you hear about the DPS numbers on the Discord, I don't think it's overly worth getting too angry, too excited about any of these characters, because Tifa's still queen by a large margin. Yeah, just kind of, that is the way it is. And looking forward, we are also getting a Neovision event with a brand new bonus, or as we like to also potentially call them, Welfare 5-star. Looks like, I do believe it's Picota? Really don't know these characters' names a ton, maybe because there's a billion of them. Anyway, damages all enemies, partly raises the status up effect, and reduces attack power. Sinful Cuteness is the Trust Mastery, 40% attack, more likely to be targeted by the enemy. Potentially an interesting thing for a unit such as Van, Fest Van, because obviously you can build him pretty well to being an evasion unit, and he still likes to have attack up, so this plus that for Van seems really good. You can potentially even get 2 of his TMRs if you have an empty Moogle container. And Super Trust Mastery that you can earn. Throwing item, 152 attack, damage to birds, people, dragon, and plants for physical. Maybe this will be interesting depending on the character in the future. I'm not thinking that it's going to be anything too much, but yeah, support type unit. Gonna have to wait and see about that one, really. Other than that, there will be some bonus summons. I know that people like the bonus summons. If I could just pick the right one. There it is. To commemorate the appearance of another Akstar, they will be giving Monday free 3 consecutive summons. Great that they gave an entire month of summons for their half anniversary, but the generosity is over. Looks like Monday, you're going to get a couple of free summons. Huzzah! And just in case any of you were wondering, the Neovisions are included, so all you have to do is get really fucking lucky. It's really hard to keep a straight face through that one. Login bonuses, giving a couple of character shards for the respective new characters. Not enough to actually upgrade most of them. For that, you'll need to be spending Lapis and buying them in the store, or pulling multiples of the characters. You know how this works. Monthly logins. Well, it certainly is a month of Lapis. Okay. Continuing on, there will be the, of course, challenge stage, where you will fight to get the coins to upgrade the new bunch of units. Eileen, Laswell, as well as new Akstar. These coins are used to power up abilities, plus all of the generic items. So make sure that if you do get any of these characters, that you farm up enough of these coins to potentially unlock all of their abilities, either now or down the road. Just a good strategy. And for anybody who missed it last month, but did get Cloud, well, they are repeating the first one again, so you will be able to fight. I do believe it is the same challenge to get more coins to unlock Tifa's abilities, Cloud's abilities, or Red 13's abilities. So this kind of gives us a bit of a hint to the fact that these will be repeating. Good, because if they were only one time only, Alan would probably be tarred, feathered, and shot. And that's not me being funny, that is actually. Other than that, guild shops, Chocobo Expedition bonuses for fusing, nothing particularly overly special there, but to talk a little bit about, there will be, these banners always indicate who are going to get enhanced. So we got the 5-star versions, Ryle, Galoof, and X-Death. Congratulations, you guys are not only getting a kind of a help pull banner, but you are also getting enhancements. We don't know anything about the enhancements yet, and we won't know them until maintenance happens, but given some of the state of more recent enhancements, I'm not expecting too much for any of these characters. I think the one who will probably make out the best out of all of this is probably Galoof. But I do think the enhancements based on historically lately is probably not going to be overly exciting. Not to be a buzzkill, but that is kind of just the way it is. And we're also getting another trial for anybody who is just super ready for a new trial. Let's just find the right posts. There's quite a few of them. So obviously Plant Killer will be effective. Here you are getting a Mace, 178 attack, 20 magic, with some chance to activate Man-Eater Kai on it. Which, okay, alright. Man-Eater Kai for either physical or magical. You know, it's pretty interesting. Whoops, need to scroll down a little bit. You're also going to be getting, you know, your selected aid, all this stuff for beating the trial that you normally get for completing it. So best of luck to anybody out there fighting it. And yeah, that's pretty much what we are looking at. There is also going to be an app update. That's interesting. May 31st from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. I guess Alum is going to be working overnight to make sure that it gets done on time, or at least if it's extended maintenance, no one will be up to catch it. Big brain Alum. Release of units, the new strong enemy or challenge enemy, a couple of other features that are being added too. Again, I'm gonna wait and see what they actually look like before talking too much about them, as well as bug fixes, you know, the usual app update stuff. But anyway, so that is the outlook for the beginning of the month. The new Mog King with new units to awaken and enhance. And with that being said, wait for it. Wait for it. I know she's in here somewhere. I know Eileen. Don't walk away, Eileen. Where the heck are you? Oh, wait, you're down here. Yeah, I know. I'm not the best singer. At all. Well, that doesn't bode well. And while I'm talking about this, some of you may be wondering, Umbra, what is a quick general opinion to how you feel about the way Neovisions have changed events and farming and all of the stuff like that? How do you generally feel about it? Well, I take a look at my units, and when I realize that I have nothing to do, I guess I get a little vacation time. Big brain Alum? I know. Anyway, so that's it for the news. See you next video. Take care.